What's good, y'all? Do y'all keep falling into bad habits, temptation, sin? I'm gonna tell you these main things to overcome it. You don't gotta go to no fancy seminar or nothing like that. It's very simple. One of the things you need to do is fast. Another thing you need to do is exercise. And these other last things is read the Bible from front to back and pray non-stop. So, doing these things we know we all need to do, is going directly against what our fleshly desires wants to do. We all want to have quick satisfaction, gratification, if I said that right. So, it's in our nature. If you look at Genesis, the beginning of the Bible, after the flood, God said He sees us in our hearts, our minds, to do evil continually from our youth. If you ever notice, like a child, when they're toddlers and they're moving around and getting into things, a lot of times they'll try to hide and sneak and do stuff that they know they shouldn't do. They don't fully understand anything, but they know enough to know that what they're doing is not acceptable. And so it's in our nature to do things wrong. Maybe it's because the curse, the Adam and Eve curse, I don't know. But I know it's in us to do wrong continually. So, by praying, a lot of times we don't feel like praying. Reading the Bible, especially talk to people about reading the Bible from front to back. People make up all kind of excuses. Working out, exercising, eating right. People make all kind of excuses. Talking about fasting. People like, oh, well, you know what I'm saying? So it's an excuse because it's not in our flesh to do. But that's why the Bible talks about being carnally minded. You know, thinking about things that don't really benefit anything. You can be rich tomorrow and then die the next day. So what does it profit? The Bible says, what does it profit for a man to gain the world and then lose his soul? Nothing on earth really matters that much because none of us are here to stay. So what does it matter? So, back to my first thought. If you want to overcome temptation, bad habits, sin, first of all, when you're doing these things, you know deep down, if you want to quit, you know deep down like you feel some type of way about doing it. You don't have a peace about doing it. That's why it bothers you to where you don't want to do it no more. So, with me, anybody know me from back in the day, smoking weed and drinking alcohol was like almost an everyday thing for me. And I haven't done it in a while, and it's only been because of the grace of God, number one. Number two, anytime I would start feeling bad, when I was in the mind frame of wanting to quit, sometimes I would just take a whole bottle of liquor and just start pouring it out. Or I would have, I used to sell weed back in the day, so there's never an ending supply of weed. And I understood, like, this has got to quit. This has got to stop. So sometimes I'll re-up, and then I'll start smoking, and I'll start feeling bad about it. And I'll just take all that weed and just start flushing it. And I'm like, man. You know what I'm saying? As I'm doing it, I feel empowered. I'm like, yeah, this is what I need to do. And then I think about all that money I just spent. I'm like, man. Sometimes I'd be crazy enough to go check the toilet to see if there's still any weed there. I'm like, man. But we have to fight and exercise it. If you know you in the gym every day, or if you're just starting to go to the gym, and then you have a day to where, like, you just like, man, I really don't feel like going. But you need to, and then you go ahead and you go through it, and you feel empowered. You may be really tired and really sore because you ain't been in there like you're supposed to. But at the end of the day, you feel empowered. You're like, yeah, I did that. You know what I'm saying? And that builds up over time. It's like callus on your hands. You know what I'm saying? If you're doing something that really put wear and tear on your hands, eventually you're going to build callus. And so as you continue to do whatever it is that's doing it, over time it doesn't hurt or feel as bad as it used to. Because anything in life, like the Bible says in Genesis, anything we get in this life, we're gonna get from the sweat of our brow, which means we're gonna have to put in some hard work to get anything that's worth it in this life. And as I'm getting older and I'm applying myself, I don't really struggle with alcohol and weed no more. I don't drink at all no more. And like I said, if you know me from back in the day, you wouldn't think, because I used to smoke and drink for like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Especially this past couple years, the drinking has got so bad to where my eyes was turning yellow and my lower back was hurting. And I was really just trying to compensate from how I was feeling. I wasn't enjoying my life. I didn't like who I seen in the mirror. I was dealing with baby mama drama, a lot of stuff like that. Now my main thing is lust, like pornography, just looking at women in a sexual way, not necessarily sleeping with women anymore, and really like porn and like looking at women a certain way. Like, I've got way better within the past couple weeks, but it's still something like, you know, it's a fight, and you always gonna have to fight temptation. It's not like, oh, it's one and done. But over time, it's going to get better and better and better and better. But we have to fight. When we feel bad about something, we feel convicted about something, we just need to go ahead and be like, you know what? I'm not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? When a beautiful woman passed by, the Bible says if we look at a woman to lust, we committed adultery in our heart. So it's the same thing. You think about knocking a nigga upside the head, you know what I'm saying? You need to pray over that and try to change your thoughts and your thought pattern to something else instead of just going along with the flow. And that's how you overcome. So it's not like an overnight thing. It's gonna take a while. Like I said, I've been drinking and smoking since a teenager, and I don't do it now. But look, I'm about to be 33 years old, and I've been doing it since what, 15, 16, maybe 17. And so it takes time, and you have to really in your heart want to stop. And then, like I said, it's only by the grace of God that we achieve anything. So if you don't believe in God, or you do believe in God, you need to ask Him to come in your life. And you, like I hear people say, try Jesus, just try Jesus. No, I don't work like that. You can't try. Because if you try Jesus, you coming with the wrong intentions. You're coming like, I'm gonna test it out. I'm gonna see. Well, you may see something only by the grace of God, but it has to be a lifestyle. With anything, like if you want to be someone who has great health and a great figure and physique, it has to be a lifestyle. It can't be, oh, I'm gonna do this for a little bit and see how it works. Nah, because you're not gonna get results instantly. So you're gonna try it for a little bit, and you're not gonna see results fast, and then you're gonna give up. It has to be a lifestyle. It has to be an everyday thing. Every day I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna do this, regardless how I feel, regardless of what people say. You want to be a great musician, anything that you want to do. Who was it? Michael Jordan, I think he said, did 1,000 shots a day or something like that, free throws. It has to be an everyday thing, lifestyle. Like, I'm gonna wake up and do this, regardless of whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to make this super long. I usually like doing short videos because they say everybody's attention span is short or whatever. But this is going to get to the right person, and that's all it's about. Being the help that we wish we had when we needed it. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I think I'm going to end it right there, you know what I'm saying? But, hey, man, you got to make up your mind right now. Are you going to be good, or are you going to be great? You know what I'm saying? We was made in the image of God, so, you know, we wonderfully and fearfully made. But we still have to work out our salvation. We want to be good at something. We got to put it in work. We got to put it in time, but we got to want it. You know what I'm saying? How bad do you want it? So, like I said, pray nonstop. Exercise every day. Try to fast, you know what I'm saying? Pray and ask God to give you discernment on how to fast and when to fast. But yeah, these things is going to help you to break the cycle of addiction and temptation. And if you need someone to talk to, go seek that out. You know what I'm saying? If you think you need to go to a program or whatever, go do that. Whatever you think you need to do to break it, do that. I'm telling you, these main things I just told you, praying, fasting, exercising, those things is going to help you out more than anything. I promise you. It's old school, y'all. That young dude, boy, what's that old fool CEO, 2 Square ET LLC, man. Hey, hope you have a beautiful, blessed day and you prosperous and prolific in all your ways. Peace.